when politicians start meddling in the justice system, it's not full democracy, it's authoritarianism. But that's what we saw with SNC Lavalin, isn't that right?
Well, where was the interference with the justice system?
Well, sir, welcome back from 2019. I know that you had a front row seat at the time. We had the Prime Minister who was found to have used his influence to pressure the Attorney General. That's a finding of an independent officer of Parliament. That's not my opinion. We know this to be a fact, and we know that you, sir, on doing the Prime Minister's bidding, doing Justin Trudeau's bidding, in an extended phone call, put tremendous pressure on then Attorney General Jody Wilson-Raybould to do exactly what the Prime Minister wanted, and that was to give a deferred prosecution agreement, or for the uninitiated, effectively a get-out-of-jail free card for a liberal-friendly firm, friends of the Prime Minister. And that's pressure. And what happened when Ms. Wilson-Raybould didn't do what she was supposed to do in the Prime Minister's estimation? She was kicked out of cabinet. And when someone spoke up on her behalf, they were kicked out of cabinet in Dr. Philpott. And for their dissent, they were both ejected from caucus. So it seems like that's a pretty heavy hammer the Prime Minister was able to carry. And what did he do? He put in a Justice Minister who would do what he wanted to have done, to do his bidding. That is, as you described it, authoritarian, because that's exactly the kind of interference in the justice system that happens in tin pot dictatorships.
So that's one narrative. Another narrative would be that the maximum pressure put on the Attorney General was to provide reasoning and rationale why she declined to use a tool, an entirely legal tool that was provided by Cabinet, the Deferred Prosecution Agreement, which was made available for certain cases. Deferred prosecution agreements are not an illegal act. They are a legal tool. It's how we got the two Michaels back from China.
Yeah, no one has said that a DPA is illegal. What we're saying is that the Prime Minister inappropriately interfered in the administration of justice in this country. And someone who would be willing to do that can't be trusted to, of course, protect themselves from prosecution by the RCMP for obstruction of justice using powers of the executive. That's blatant interference. Do you have any regrets about how Jody Wilson-Raybould was treated?
Not every issue of ethics or behavior rises to the level of a breach of criminal law. That is why Parliament created a Conflict of Interest and Ethics Commission.
Regrets, sir. Do you have regrets about how Ms. Wilson-Raybould was treated?
I have no regrets about anything that happened. We all made our best decisions at the time with the information we had, everybody involved in the affair.
Thank you, Mr.